Hey guys, today we're going to make barbecue meatballs. First I need to shout out to Janice from Ozark Family Homestead. I don't know what's going on with my apron. I got this just like yours. It went from being the perfect apron to some sort of straitjacket. But maybe I've got it on wrong. I don't know. I guess I need to look up the instructions. I'm going to make barbecue meatballs. Now, I got this recipe from the preacher's wife at First Baptist Church in Petal. Her name is Mrs. W.A. Fordham. I don't know her first name. I never had to need to know her first name because it was Mrs. W.A. Fordham. Barbecue meatballs. It is in this book here. Our church put together a book, kind of like a fundraiser type thing. And it's been years and years and years ago. And I put her recipe in this book. And on Wednesday night meals, her family had a team. And it was, her daughter-in-laws and her son, other son. And they made these meatballs and they sold the Wednesday night supper. And it was always so good. You wanted to buy like 2, 3, 4 plates of these meatballs. So I got the recipe and I've started making it. Been making it for years. And usually what I do is I make a big batch of it and then I put it in the freezer. And then when we want barbecue meatballs, I go and pull the batch out. Well, today I asked Rebecca, I said, Rebecca, is there anything special you would like for supper this week? Because she will eat with me 1, maybe 2 days a week. Because after she gets through with school, Monday night there's dance, Tuesday night there's gymnastics, Wednesday night there's nutcracker or something dance, and then Thursday night there's gymnastics for Cliff, and it is just a constant run in the road. So, we live so close, they can eat with us. And then, she will also make us supper sometimes. But anyway, barbecue meatballs. It makes about 80 to 120. And what I do is I gather all my ingredients, because that's a nurse thing. You set out all your supplies first. And then I take my sheet pans and I line them with some parchment paper, because you got to put them in the freezer and freeze them for at least a day before you use them. All right, so I'm going to put my glasses on and I'm going to start mixing up the stuff to show you what it's made of. And I'll also I will post a picture of this somehow, maybe on the community page. All right, it starts with 3 pounds of chuck meat. Now, I always use fresh. Today, I stopped by the store because after I asked Rebecca, I said, Rebecca, what you want? I got everything in the freezer. And she said, well, I think I will take some barbecue meatballs. Well, I had everything in the freezer but that. Now, I have a couple of small bags of that, but not enough to feed the whole family. Goodness. I'm going to stop and go wash my hands. All right, be right back. I'm going to put the meat in last, since I don't want my hands to contaminate any of my spices. So I'm going to put in 1 can of evaporated milk. One cup of crushed crackers. 1 cup of oatmeal. 2 eggs. These are so good. When we used to do our, there was a group of us at church, group of us women, and we would make casseroles and stuff, and for the freezer. And if there were 12 women in the group, everybody would make 12 casseroles. And that way, when we have casserole exchange, then everybody would go home. Everybody would bring 12 of the exact same casseroles, and you would go home with 12 different casseroles. And, you know, that kind of helped us out with our busy life. And it was so nice. But I love doing these because I could put them in the pans and in the individual pans. And because it makes 80 to 120. I usually get about 80. Cindy usually gets about 120. All right, so I got the milk, cracker crumbs, the oatmeal, 2 eggs, chopped onions, a half a cup of chopped onions, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, two teaspoons of salt. Oh gosh, I forgot to get a teaspoon, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, then half a teaspoon of pepper. And 2 teaspoons of chili powder. So that means it's going to be 4 again. Yeah. That's what it looks like. Then I'm going to get a spoon and I'm going to stir that up. Mix it up real good. And now I'm going to put in my hamburger meat. It says 2 pounds. No, it says 3 pounds. I'm sorry, it says 3 pounds. And I got just a hair over 3 pounds, which will be fine. And this was ground round. I think it was on sale. I don't know, it looked pretty. And I have cleaned my hands, and I just do this. Stir it up good, smash it together, get all the ingredients mixed in there with that hamburger meat. I'm telling y'all, this is so good. So good. I remember one time, one of the people that got a pan of my meatballs, or Mrs. Fordham's meatballs, she came back and she says, those were so good, we put it in spaghetti sauce. I went, no, you're supposed to eat it by yourself. Never dreamed of putting it in spaghetti sauce. And then somebody said, well, we put it on a poor boy bun. So there's more than one way to use these meatballs. All right. Let me stop, wash my hands, be right back. Okay. I got it all mixed up. Got my little meatball thing. And just put it out like that. Now, used to, I would roll them out. But I found this little meatball thing does work wonderful. And there you have it. We put them in the freezer. We'll keep them there till in the morning. I'll take them out and put them in a Ziploc bag. And from there, what I usually do is I put them in, for me and Chris, I'll put like 12 in a Ziploc bag. But since I'm going to be making a big family meal, I'll need at least 30, I think. Yeah. So anyway, because it's 7 of us, it's 5 adults and 2 kids, and Cliff loves these meatballs. But anyway, that is it. There's a sauce that you put on them as you put them in the oven, and I will put that recipe. I'll have to type it up again, and I will put it in the community page whenever after I post this. All right, have a great one. Hope you love the meatballs. See ya.